I'd like to begin by acknowledging that we are in Treaty 1 territory and the traditional homeland of the Métis Nation. All individuals entering city-owned facilities, including City Hall, are required to wear non-medical face masks. Those at the table are not required to wear those masks while sitting, as long as they maintain a distance of 6 feet from everyone else. Once party leaves their seat at the table, they must put their mask back on. As directed by Manitoba Health, we're requesting that people avoid close contact and stay with at least 2 meters from every other individual. And with anyone showing symptoms of respiratory illness, such as coughing or sneezing, if you are experiencing flu-like symptoms, we request that you excuse yourself from this room. Our panel is composed of Robert Faluk, who is sitting at the table with me, Kathleen Garrity, who is attending by Zoom, and my name is Harvey Diamond. The city is represented by Candace Wright, the city assessor, and our secretary is Michelle Mepon. We're hearing applications for revision of the assessment rules in accordance with the Municipal Assessment Act. The matters for which revision have been requested are described in each application, and we will limit discussion to those matters. The statements that parties make at this hearing must be sworn. Anyone speaking to those matters must be sworn in. Please be advised that we do not accept comparative assessments of properties which we do not consider evidence. Our board is appointed annually by council and is independent of it and the city administration. We make our decisions on the basis of the evidence provided at this hearing and will issue a written order that will be mailed to all parties as soon as possible. Please note that our decisions with respect to an application may be appealed to the Manitoba Municipal Assessment Board if the matter pertains to assessed value or classification, or to the Court of Appeals Bench if the matter pertains to an application for exemption from taxation. And should a party wish to appeal, information on how to do so will be included with our order. With respect to the hearing process, I will confirm the matters to be addressed to each applicant following the swearing in. We will then have the assessor's testimony followed by any questions the applicant may have, and the applicant may provide their testimony thereafter, followed by any questions that the assessor may have. And each party will be given an opportunity to summarize if they wish to do so after. Once all the evidence on the application has been brought forward, the applicant may leave. The person will repeat for each matter on the docket today. The session will close after all applications have been heard, and our board will deliberate in private and make its decisions. You receive our order or should mail as soon as possible. The information today is forming part of a public record. It's being live streamed and recorded. Thank you. Next, four parties in.
Do you affirm that the evidence you're about to give at this hearing shall be true, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Yes. Thank you. Hi, Stephanie.
Hello.
Hi. I just need to swear you in first before we get started, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Can you state your full name, please?
My name is Stephanie Tanyara Salifu.
And do you affirm that the evidence you're about to give at this hearing should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do affirm it.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we're to proceed. So the assessor will go first. So Ms. Wright, when you're ready, you can proceed with your matter.
Thank you. The subject property is roll number 120977811100. This is unit 502 at the condo complex at 71 Roslyn Road. This condo complex is number 776, and it is a 9-story building with 99 units. The subject unit is an apartment style unit. The year built was 1960 and the effective year built was 1990. The total living area is 892 square feet. There are 2 bedrooms and 1 full bathroom, a wall air conditioning unit, and a balcony. The 2021 assessment roll is $228,000, which is $255.61 per square foot. And this property was purchased post-reference in 2020, so I could not consider that sale as part of my review. I have 4 comparable units that are all located in the same condo complex at 71 Roslyn Road. The living area for these units ranges from 893 to 996 square feet. All comparable units are 2 bedrooms. Comparables 1, 2, and 4 have 1 full bathroom, and comparable number 3 has 2 full bathrooms. All have wall air conditioners and balconies. None of the units have fireplaces. The sale price for these units range from $245,000 to $255,000, which is a price per square foot of $253.51 to $283.96. Thank you.
Thank you. Applicant, if you have any questions of the assessor, you can ask them now.
Well, no, my only question is that I had paid $197,000, so I was asking.
Okay. That's a statement you're making, which will give you every opportunity to, if you
Oh, okay. Sorry.
questions, though, absolutely ask.
Okay, so for the units that you have stated in question, when were the sale prices for those?
The sales range between 2015 and 2018 for those units.
Okay, so nothing more recent than 2018.
Well, this is an April 1st, 2018 market value, so we can't consider any sales past April 1st.
Okay, I see. And so do you always only just use the past ones? Like would my sale price come into question now in this hearing?
The reference date for this assessment is April 1st of 2018. So future assessments will be based on more recent reference dates.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Fluk, what are the questions of the assessor?
Yes, I do. Did you review this apartment? Did you visit this apartment at all?
I did not visit the apartment. I was able to review the listing from the recent sale.
Am I to assume then that all these other apartments that you're showing as a comparison, that is the assessment that they're going under?
These are the sale prices from those dates, the sales for these units.
I know, but okay. All right, thank you. That's it.
Ms. Garrity, do you have any questions of the assessor?
No, I don't have any questions. Thank you.
So you indicated, Ms. Wright, that you did look at the listing, and how do you describe the property?
It's in pretty good condition. All units that I used as comparables are actually very similar to the subject. They were all renovated around the same time, which was around 2012, give or take a few years. So all units are in relatively good condition with updated kitchens, and all are very similar.
That includes the unit in question.
I have another question.
Just be a minute. I'm still asking questions right now. I'll give you
I'm
another
sorry, I thought
opportunity.
you were finished.
Now, the next question I have is, as an assessor, I guess you know what's happening with properties. And what is the trend in Winnipeg? Let's say going back to 2015 is when you have your first sale, to date, insofar as condominiums are concerned. Are prices escalating or are they going down?
Well, this property was actually interesting because in others I've reviewed, there did seem to be somewhat of a downward trend. But with this particular at 71 Roslyn Road, as you can see by the sales I've presented, it seems to be fairly stable. Sale prices were relatively similar between the 2015 and 2018 sales in this complex.
Okay. And looking at the size, it looks like the best comparable would be your last comparable. It's just a square foot different in size.
Yeah, and that was part of the reason I included that older 2015
Yeah.
sale. A lot of the newer sales were substantially smaller units. So I thought that one was valuable, even though it is an older sale, it is really similar in size to this.
Of course, comparable number 2 and 3 are both, or I'm sorry, 1 and 2 are very limitedly. They're a little bit bigger, but not very much.
Yeah, very similar.
Okay, that's my questions. Thank you. Mr. Fluk, you said you had another question. Go ahead and ask it.
Just picking up on a comment that you made, that you said that all these units are in pretty good condition. How can you make that statement if you haven't inspected any of them?
I reviewed the MLS listings for all of the properties.
Speak up a little bit.
I reviewed the listings from all of the properties from these sales.
But that's back in 15, 17, and 18.
But we're using the information for the condition at the time of that sale.
That's what I wanted to make it clear, because it almost as if you knew is exactly right now what the condition was, but you're basing it on what it was at 15 or at 17 or at 18.
Because that is the sale price I'm using, so the condition at that time is reflective of the sale price at that time.
And okay, that's fine.
Thank you. If there's no other questions,
I do have a question which may relate to what was just asked. So does that mean whatever renovations were in those?
order your questions to be finished, but I'll let you ask this question. So go ahead and ask it.
Okay, so thank you. I'm just curious to know whether all these other units have more updates than mine, and potentially maybe that's why they had higher sale prices. Like, for example, my unit has carpeting, which is a bit older. I mean, I don't know, maybe some of the other units have hardwood floors or something like that. Would that come into consideration? I'm just wondering.
It does. I mean, there's always a range of renovations, and I mean, I know your unit has carpet. I believe one or two of the comparable properties have laminate flooring. There are little differences like that, which is typical because different people complete different renovations.
Okay.
Things like the kitchen and bathrooms, they all look very, very similar.
Okay, so the countertops are not like laminate, those ones, they're all laminate and not like quartz or granite top or stuff like that.
Like I said, there may be small variations, but just as a general overview, they are all quite similar. There are none that are really, really high end or none that are original. They're all quite similar in that they've had an average amount of renovations and are in good condition.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, you can go ahead with your evidence now. Applicant, you can go ahead with your evidence.
Oh, with my evidence. So I believe you have in front of you my documents from the lawyers showing how much I paid for this particular suite, which was $197,000.
Yes. And you bought the property.
That is my evidence.
Okay. That's
Sorry?
your evidence. So you're looking at the purchase price that you paid for it. And that's all your evidence?
I just have the listing from the realtor as well. Those are the two pieces of information I have.
Okay, thank you. Any questions, Ms. Wade?
I'd mentioned previously that this is my first time doing an assessment, and I just wasn't what else I was supposed to bring to the table. But these are the two pieces of information that I have.
Okay, thank you. Any questions, Ms. Wade?
No questions, thank you.
Mr. Fluke, do you have any questions of the applicant?
I see, based on the information that the assessor is given, are you on that page?
On this.
Presented. Showing the list, showing the comparable properties or units.
No, I don't have that. Should I have that?
Yes, I emailed it to you. You didn't get it?
In other words, she's comparing units.
Sorry, was that like just recently sent, like in the last hour or so?
Yeah.
Okay, my apologies. I had not realized.
Have you got it on your computer there?
I'm just trying to pull it up. Minutes ago. Okay. I think so. Oh no, that was what I had sent. I don't think so. I'm just only seeing the attachments I had sent. Oh, 12 minutes ago. No. Okay. Okay. I got it. Sorry. I got it. Yes, I have it in front of me.
Now, the last unit that is comparable is comp 4. Up at the top.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the address is 503, which is next door to you.
Yes.
And that sold for $245,015. Your unit previously to you purchasing sold for $219,900 or $220,000.
Right.
Have you had an opportunity to be in the suite next to you?
No, I have not.
I was just trying to determine the fact that the sale seems to be lower than the other sales. And I was just wondering if you were able to see what differences the other units had in comparison to yours.
No, I'm not too sure. That's actually the reason why I was asking about the updates within the suites, because I was wondering maybe if that was the reason why, in my case, the suite has had lower sale prices.
Now, when you dealt with the real estate agent, did he tell you at all what this unit sold for before?
Yes, I was aware of what this unit had sold for before, and the seller at the time had listed it, I believe, for $214 when they put it on the market, and then we settled at $197.
And it sold for $219 back in 2012.
Correct. Well, I guess so. From what? Yes, that's correct.
And did he say to you why this is now selling for a lower price than what it did in 2012?
No, I know that the owners were no longer in Winnipeg.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you very much.
Ms. Geary, do you have any questions?
One of mine was just answered. My question was what was the asking price? And the other was, it does mention in your write-up that it was recently renovated. And yet you are seeming to mention or questioning how it fits in with the others.
Right.
What were those recent renovations? Anything substantial?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, all the units have similar base renovations, and I think that was like within the kitchen and the bathroom areas.
Okay.
But that's as far as I know. I think anything else would have been up to the owners, I guess.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So I know basic.
Okay.
I think that's what it was. I believe that's what it was.
Okay. And the other was, other than the sellers being out of the city, was there any other circumstance that caused you to get it at this lower price when the asking price was
I
$240?
do know that the previous owners had it as a rental suite.
All right. Thank you.
So how long was it on the market when you made your offer on it?
I believe it was on the market for more than 180 days, and I think it got listed twice. And the owners had changed realtors as well. And I guess with the second realtor, they were able to make the sale with me.
How long was it on the market at $197,000 when you bought
Sorry?
it? How long was it on the market at $197,000 when you bought it?
No. That was what we settled at. They had it listed at 214.6 or 9, I think.
Okay, I guess. Okay. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go on.
So I'm not 100% sure on the full time frames because it was listed twice. So I would have seen the listing around February of this year. And I think, actually, I'm not too sure. But when I was speaking with my realtor, he had mentioned that it had been sitting on the market for about for more than 180 days, and that they had then changed realtors and relisted it.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Flue, do you have another question?
Yes, I do. In the listing from the real estate agent, where he's showing total listings from email John Hoover,
Yes, that was the sale price.
have you got that sheet in front of you?
I can grab it. Sorry, it's just I have to use my phone. My apologies.
No problem. There's the one from the lawyer and the one from the real estate agent. The one from the real estate agent.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay. Down below where you have a description, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4 lines down. It says this concrete complex, which has been recently renovated, comes with visitor parking. So I was just wanting to be clear on the renovation that took place. Was this just renovation to the complex, not to the units?
I don't actually know when the units themselves were renovated, but this could relate to the lobby area. It looks pretty nice in the lobby area. I know our elevators are pretty nice. I'm not too sure when those were put in. But as I mentioned before, I think all the units would have been redone around the same time, like in the kitchen, specifically in the kitchen and bathroom areas.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
But the actual time frame, I'm sorry, I'm not too sure when that was exactly. Is this something I could ask around and get back to you on, or
I don't think it's this.
is that a possibility?
No, the evidence today is what we're going to be relying on, but thank you.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
Okay, is there anything else that, I guess that's the evidence then. Would anybody like to make a summation?
I'm okay.
Would you like to summate your evidence to us, or are you satisfied with what you've already done? I can give you an opportunity if you want to restate anything that you want us to rely on when we make our decision. If you're happy with what you've already said, you can say that's fine. But I'll give you an opportunity of saying a last final statement if you wish to do so.
I'm good on my end.
Okay, thank you very much. You'll get a decision.
All right, thank you. Do I leave the call now? Is this what happened? Sorry.
Yes, you'll get a letter from the Board of Revision indicating what our decision is.
Okay, and so I can say goodbye?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for your assistance during this process, and my apologies for my lack of knowing what to do during this session.
Enjoy your apartment.
Thank you. I really am. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.